Nigeria UNIDO signed landmark agreement to revolutionize industrial sector. Goods from Nigeria will attract a 14% tariff, says President Donald Trump of the United States. Nigeria's naira climbed the most against the dollar in 2 weeks, just as the central bank says net foreign exchange reserves climbed to the highest in more than 3 years. Oil prices declined as Trump's wide-ranging tariffs threatened demand. Japanese markets lead losses in Asia-Pacific after Trump's tariff announcement. And on the program today, we will be looking at ensuring financial stability through insurance. The program is Business Express, reaching you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. I am Benny Adams, your guide. Good to have you join us at this time, and it's that time we bring you up to speed with happenings in the world of business, from the market square to the boardroom. And we start with this cherry news that the federal government has signed a program for country partnership agreement worth $174.585 million with the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, that is UNIDO, for industrial development of the country. Minister of Budget and Economic Planning Atiku Bagudu, who signed on behalf of the federal government, noted that the partnership, which is for a period of 4 years, 2024 to 2028, has a funding strategy of 85.7%, equivalent to $149.619 million from donors mobilized by UNIDO, while the federal government provides counterpart funding of 14.3%, which is $24.965 million. He says Nigeria has so far made a financial commitment of $1.276 million as payment to UNIDO.
US dollar per capita income, we need to be investing about $100 billion every year, with 86% of it coming from the private sector. We are willing to do so. Our president has demonstrated it. We have taken the top choices. So in terms of policy that will support the program for country partnership, we are already out there, and we will maintain the course.
And this PCP represents a new quality of cooperation. And it is the start of a number of projects in close collaboration with federal and state ministries and with the private partnership, with private business partners.
And the World Bank says a total of $1.13 billion loan request from Nigeria has been approved. The disclosure was made on the bank's website, where it was also revealed that 3 different financial requests were approved in March. The requests were reportedly for projects targeting quality education, household and community resilience, and improved nutrition. According to the World Bank, $80 million was approved for the acceleration of nutrition results in Nigeria 2.0 project, and $552 million for the Hope for Quality Basic Education for All program. JP Morgan, an American bank, is planning to transform its Lagos representative office into a fully fledged business branch as part of a broader strategy to expand its presence across Africa. The U.S. bank, according to a report by African Intelligence, says it intends to apply to the Central Bank of Nigeria for a merchant banking license in the coming months. And moving on, in line with industry practice, Nigeria's National Petroleum Company, the NNPCL, has undergone its first major turnaround maintenance, repositioning it for the challenges ahead. The restreaming is to be driven by a new management and board headed by Bashir Bayo Ojulari as the group's chief executive officer and Amadou Musakida as chairman, just as Mele Kolukari and his entire team take a bow and steps aside. Lydia Sampson on this standby takes us through this new process.
Before the Petroleum Industry Act of 2021, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation operated as a state-owned entity established in 1977. It managed oil exploration, production and partnerships with foreign firms. Despite its dominance, inefficiency and opacity plagued its operations, prompting reforms to transform it into NNPC Limited. Mele Kyari was appointed in July 2019 by President Muhammadu Buhari as Group Managing Director of the then Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. Kyari's tenure was marked by significant reforms, including the restructuring of NNPC into a limited liability company under the Petroleum Industry Act. Energy for tomorrow. Energy for tomorrow. November 27, 2023, President Tinubu also reappointed Mele Kyari as NNPC Limited Group Chief Executive Officer. During his leadership, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited successfully restarted the Port Harcourt and Warri refineries, which had been dormant for decades. The Port Harcourt refinery resumed operations after 30 years, while Warri is now running at 60% capacity. These achievements have bolstered Nigeria's energy security and positioned the country as a formidable hub in Africa. Despite these achievements, Kyari's tenure has not perfectly translated to overall success in navigating challenges or escaped scrutiny or criticism in recent months. As Kyari steps down, expectations are high for the new leadership to surpass his legacy by addressing ongoing challenges such as transparency and accountability within the organization and industry. His successors, the newly appointed Group Chief Executive Officer Bayo Ojulari and Board Chairman Amadou Musakida, are each bringing unique strengths to their role. The new board will face the task of navigating challenges while maintaining NNPC's growth trajectory. Last year, NNPC reported $17 billion in new investment within the sector. The federal government now envisages increasing the investment to $30 billion by 2027 and $60 billion by 2030. President Tinubu's administration also targets raising oil production to 2 million barrels per day by 2027 and 3 million barrels per day by 2030. Concurrently, government wants gas production jacked up to 8 billion standard cubic feet per day by 2027 and 10 billion cubic feet by 2030. To this effect, President Bola Tinubu expects the new board to elevate NNPC's share of crude oil refining output to 200,000 barrels by 2027 and 500,000 barrels by 2030. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Thank you, Lydia, there. Now, Nigeria is among dozens of African countries affected by tariffs announced by the United States President Donald Trump on Wednesday. Goods from Nigeria will attract a 14% tariff. The list of affected countries in Africa indicates that Madagascar faces a 47% tariff, Tunisia a 28% tariff, Egypt a 10% tariff, Cote d'Ivoire a 21% tariff, Botswana a 37% tariff, Morocco a 10% tariff, and Algeria a 30% tariff.
If you look at Switzerland, 61% to 31%. Indonesia, Malaysia, Cambodia. Oh, look at Cambodia, 97%. We're going to bring it down to 49%. They made a fortune with the United States of America. United Kingdom, 10%, and we'll go 10%. So we'll do the same thing. South Africa, 60%, 30%, and they've got it. Brazil, 10%, 10%. Bangladesh is 74%. So you see what's going on. Pakistan, 58%. Sri Lanka, 88%.
Investigations revealed that last year, Nigeria exported goods worth $931 billion to the United States, and similar goods worth 1 trillion naira were imported from the United States in 2024.
This is Liberation Day, waiting for a long time. April 2nd, 2025 will forever be remembered as the day American industry was reborn, the day America's destiny was reclaimed, and the day that we began to make America wealthy again. Wish as foreign leaders have stolen our jobs, foreign cheaters have ransacked our factories, and foreign scavengers have torn apart our once beautiful American dream. We had an American...
Well, with that, we end this edition of Business Express. We value your feedback, so keep the comments, observations, and suggestions coming. Be informed that all previous episodes are available on YouTube and other social media platforms. Business Express returns tomorrow. Do keep a date with us as keep thinking and doing business.